Namaste Rasikas and welcome back to this episode of Tiny Manodharma. I hope you all had a chance to look at the Kalpana swaras sung by various artists for the Kriti Vatapi Ganapatim. If you would have observed, you would have noted that most of the artists would have started with a count of 5. There would have been many common features in the singing of Kalpana swaras, but in this episode, I am going to talk about that count of 5 swaras with which usually we start singing the Kalpana swaras. So what is it about this 5? Just that it feels good. Or nalla eduppu. You can also do 3. Sometimes artists do 3 also, very rarely. But 5 is what everybody usually starts. So this count of 5, where do you start? How do you go about doing? Kalpana swara singing itself has 2 different aspects. The first aspect is to understand the math part of it. By math, I mean, if my count of swaras is 5, where should my talam start? If I am going to sing a count of 10 swaras, where should I start the phrase so that I am able to land on the pallavi correctly? So this understanding, that's what I call the math part. And the second aspect of Kalpana swara singing would be the creativity part of it, as to how creatively you can weave different rounds of Kalpana swaras without getting monotonous, without getting repetitive. So these 2 aspects are what make Kalpana swara singing interesting and challenging. In this episode, we are going to restrict ourselves to understanding how to sing the count of 5 swaras. We have named this series Tiny Manodharma for a reason. That is to just do one thing in one episode. Because many Rasikas would have seen that when it comes to teaching Manodharma, on the internet there are several videos which are really long and talking about very many aspects, making it very difficult for the student to absorb everything. So coming to singing a count of 5 swaras in Vatapi, first we need to understand how the talam is going here. Vatapi itself starts in samam. Every beat, if you were to sing in the slow speed or the kilkalam, would have 2 aksharas. If you were to sing the higher speed or the melkalam, it would have 4 swaras. So let us try and understand, if you have to sing 5 swaras, where would you start? So as I said, 2 swaras per beat. So 5, let us start from the reverse. So 2 here, and then 1 here. So 8th beat, 7th beat and half of 6th beat. In the beginning it feels very challenging. Where will I start? How will I know it is the right place? So you need to have something like a placeholder. We can use some solkattu to exactly go there. Like for example, starting from samam is always easy. So let us start from 5th beat and then do half of 6th beat and then go for the count of 5. So what would you do? To be very sure, you will say takketa pagari sari. So pagari sari is the 5 count swara that I have chosen, and to take pagari sari in the right way, I have used takketa as the placeholder. Takketa pagari sari. So before singing, let us try like this. So this is for your understanding. First you need to understand what's happening with the tala. Then only you can even go anywhere near singing it, right? So let us now try and sing this pagari sari phrase. Takketa pagari sari vatapi. Takketa pagari sari va. So you have to do this a few times at least to really feel good and comfortable. The next step would be to skip the takita part and just straight away do the pagari sari. Pagari sari vatapi, pagari sari vatapi. So, in today's session, what we have learnt, to sum it up, we are focusing on the math part of it. First, we are getting used to singing certain counts. In this episode, we have started with a count of 5, how to sing it correctly. I'll leave you with an assignment. Try to practice singing the count of 5 for the male column, which is the double of this. There, every beat will have 4 counts or 4 aksharas. Taka, dimi, taka, jono, taka, dimi, taka, jono. So that is how it goes, right? So, where would you sing the pagari sari? You will have to start in the last akshara of the 7th beat. Pa should come there and gari sari should come here. So how do you say? Takita pagari sari. That is how it has to be, correct? Try singing that. And I'll see you again in the next episode very soon. Thank you. Namaste.